today, we're going to talk about the 50th spirit in the Goetia. She goes by the name of Gremory or Goemory. Okay, Gremory resides over the abilities of divination. She is said to be able to empower the magician in their astral sense. She can heighten the sense of astral hearing and also astral sight. She is the type of spirit that, from my experience, I would say she's the type that is very great to work from the shadows. You can utilize her magic and her energy to become very, very good and well-versed in necromancy, become very, very powerful when it comes to using any kind of magic. But when you're trying to utilize tarot cards, pendulums, scrying mirrors, everything that comes with the realms of divination, she is the spirit that I would say you could turn to. She also is a spirit of finance and great amounts of finance. This is another spirit that is a hidden gem, you would say. She is very stern in nature for sure when she's giving you advice or teaching you a lesson, I would say. She definitely has a way of getting her point across, and she does not fuck around. At least that's the energy that I get from her. She has the ability to show you different realms clairvoyantly. She's this first spirit that I've actually been able to easily, when I didn't even have a sigil, summon her. And I was able to get directly in contact with her. She showed up as a very elemental-like creature with very, very bright aura of flames, okay? Her arms looked like she had magma rock. Her eyes were light blue, kind of green, but as I got closer, her eyes would shimmer and change color from blue to green. She had a lot of things to tell me, but she focused more so on areas that I was kind of lacking in. I noticed that she was the type of spirit that could tell you about areas that you needed to improve. Obviously, because she started telling me things about my relationship that are a little too personal that I'm not going to go into, and things that I needed to improve on. She also was telling me areas that I was kind of lacking in when it came to my magic and what I needed to focus on to heighten my results. So I was very shocked that I got the results that I did, with her, because most spirits don't tend to show themselves. Gremory also is the kind of spirit that resides over thieves, over hidden treasures, hidden paths, shadow work. She can help you with inner child work as well. She's very great for advice on relationships, advice in magic, advice in business as well. For those of you who didn't know this, she is a great demon to work with for astral self-defense, to build up a strong protective energy field or energetic layer. She's awesome for this. She can help you identify even lost objects as well. It is a necessity to show her respect because, as I've said, she does not fuck around. The energy that she gives off is a very powerful, very subtle kind of energy, okay? And by subtle, I mean hidden, very similar to that of Lucifuge, all right? She has this kind of essence that exudes from her energy field that makes you feel calm, but at the same time, it makes you feel like you want to be on your toes because she's very warrior-like. When I asked her about where she comes from and where she resides, a word that came to mind was Netzach, okay? And Netzach is the sphere in the Sephiroth that is referred to as the sphere of victory. She was showing me a glimpse of this realm, and she showed me this very dark area that had a cloud bridge. Okay, that's where she was kind of levitating above me and allowing me to see different spirits that reside within this spirit, which was a really awesome experience because she's so stimulating visually. She's so stimulating when it comes to your psychic hearing. Immediately, you realize that she's influencing you right off the bat. As soon as you summon her, she's influencing your hearing. She's influencing your sight. She heightens them to great amounts. And the way that she goes about explaining things to you is a way that you really can understand. So it was very effective, even if it was a very short period that of which we were communicating. Now, for those of you who have experience with Gremory, have you seen Gremory as a male aspect or a female aspect? Because for me, I've seen only the female, okay? Now, before I had this experience, I did have a dream of which, I ended up kind of feeling the same energies as my encounter with Gremory, okay? When I was doing the actual ritual to intentionally bring her forward. I did have an experience with two spirits that felt very similar to her, okay? And they spoke this language that opened portals, okay? And they would tell stories through these portals, like imagery. And they both spoke this language, but I too was able to speak this language, and it was a very rapid frequency that had an overlapping toning to it, okay? So they would talk really fast, and they would kind of elongate their vowels. So first of all, say if you were saying oh, okay? If you were to be pronouncing oh, like oh, but they were going oh. So they were like changing their tones and really utilizing this language to open up these portals. And they were all of these crazy ass colors like reds and greens, and all sorts of energies were coming forward out of these portals that they were opening. And we were within this cave network. It was really, really fucking kind of eerie, The dream kind of ended right there after I had been walking around talking to a few individuals that seemed to be they were very abnormal. A lot of the individuals that I encountered in this dream were animal-like in nature. So they had human bodies, but they acted like fucking animals. They were very, very rough, very aggressive, and really intelligent. But that was the dream, and it was fucking odd, but really cool at the same time. And it made me remember that when I had this experience after the dream, that the energy that I was experiencing was the very same energy that I was feeling while I was in that dream. Okay, it was the exact same energy. So it probably had something to do with this spirit, or had something to do with me. Because when I get dreams like this, they're undeniable contact with spirits, especially when they're so vivid. And these guys had all of these different etchings on their faces. They were all over their bodies. They were really, really tall and very muscularly built. They had light skin, but also very pitch black skin as well, with all kinds of different etchings on their bodies. And they were very, very much so protective, but you could tell that they did not fuck around. I hope this video helps you guys to get some understanding of Gremory and let you know that there's definitely a feminine aspect to that spirit. As is there with a lot of these spirits that are in the Goetia, as is there with a lot of the spirits that are demonic in nature, or considered to be demonic. Even the demonic kings have feminine qualities. Fuck what it's saying in a lot of these books when it comes to the appearance, okay? You want to take the techniques seriously, but you don't want to really take those appearances seriously, because they can influence you to have a false experience and see filtered over your actual experience. And this happens quite often. So allow yourself to not be so caught up in what they look like in these grimoires. Give yourself the opportunity to really see them from your own perspective. Thank you guys for watching.